Hello, everybody. How you doing? This is James Bradford again, Jab Ministries. Glad to be with you again to share another good time with you. You know, relate. We are relating. We are sharing. We're brothers. We're breaking bread. We're gaining knowledge and learning about each other's experiences and how to deal with those experiences, knowing that God has put enough in us that we can overcome anything in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Now, I don't want to preach to you. Don't want to preach to you, but I just like to say this one thing to you. You know, Christians have this saying. They say, God, he might not be with you, be there when you want him, but he's always on time. You know, I started thinking about that. You know, I said, well, wait a minute, you know. I'm doing my self-consciousness, not your consciousness, not what you say. God says, why don't you put it like this? This is the way I'm going to say it. God is always on time. Might not be there when you want him. That's powerful. He's always on time. He could be ahead of you. He could be behind you. He's going to make sure that your 2 + 2 = 4. Whatever that you are doing, he is going to be there with you, by you, through you, and for you, no matter what. He wants you to make it. I'm going to tell you something, a little poem I read by Rudyard Kipling. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Rudyard Kipling. It's called The Law of the Jungle. It goes like this. It says, now this is the law of the jungle, and it's old and as high as the sky. The wolf that keeps it will live. The wolf that don't, he'll die. For as the creeper girdeth the tree trunk, the law runs forward and back, for the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. When you're doing something and you're trying to accomplish something, it's not just you doing it that's motivating the pack is motivating you, and you're motivating them. You're working together to a common means, a common goal. So when you're out there doing something, it's easy to get cynical. It's easy to become so focused only on you. But the strength of the pack, what's making you successful, is you, the wolf. And the strength of the wolf, the reason why you've been so successful, is the pack. Now we got somebody here that's a wolf. You know, I'm scared. I don't know if I'm going to sit up here. I'm past the mic, and he is awesome. Major accomplishments. Dynamite motivation speaker. Just the ABCs, what he's going to share with you in this few minutes that he has here, is to get you started. Sometimes we need a capacitor to get us going, or an alternator to start up the engine, to get the starter going. He's the starter, the capacitor. He's all these things. And Michael, he's not the Archangel Michael. He's close when it comes to selling and being successful, but he knows what the laws of the jungle is all about. And today we're going to spend that time to help you, motivate you, to push you in the direction and let you know that that candlestick that never flickers, that's inside of you, is God. This is the temple that sits inside of you. And Michael is going to show you in a practical way how that applies to practical life. Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing blessed and highly favored.
I'm
James.
highly favored because you're here.
Well, I really appreciate all the accolades, and I appreciate the privilege of being here with you, James. So I'm really excited. Amen. And I want to take the baton from you slightly, and okay. I want to piggyback on some things that you said about God always being on time and an ever-present God. Yes. And from that platform, I want to talk about a roadmap, if you will, to transform your life.
Absolutely.
You know, people today, as I was telling an awesome young lady earlier about the process of transformation, that people are hungry today about a roadmap on exactly how do I transform my life. So I want to elaborate a little bit on that. And first I want to take out from a scripture that a lot of people have heard about, since this is Jesus TV, And that is that David, when the city of David was burned and attacked while he was out in battle, like you might be out in battle on your job, like you might be out in battle trying to provide for your children or transform your world. It appears for a lot of people that while they're out doing what they need to do, that circumstances arise that bring discouragement, destruction, and bring calamity in their lives.
Sure.
So I'm going to give some action steps for people to get fired up and get motivated and transcend your world forever. Now, you are where you are because you made an appointment to be there. And people say, well, how did I make an appointment to be there? Because you spoke your reality into existence. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about King David was there's a very powerful statement in there that's applicable to you. And I want to start by saying he encouraged himself in the Lord. Now, a lot of people stop right there, James. Sure. They say, well, King David encouraged himself in the Lord, but what does that mean? Sure. What does that mean he encouraged himself in the Lord? When you talk about encouraging himself in the Lord, I'm sure he had to remind himself of all the things that God had allowed him to achieve. All the things that he saw God rescue him in was the platform in which he encouraged himself in the Lord. So oftentimes when we look to encourage ourselves, we think about the things that God has delivered us from.
Sure.
So I would say to the listener or watching her right now, when you think about encouraging yourself in the Lord, think about the things that God has accomplished and achieved in your life and rescued you from and brought you from a mighty long way. Sometimes we forget how far God has brought us from. But what we need to do, I feel, is which empowers people, is to write those things down.
Sure.
To write those things down and then regurgitate them so that in every situation and every circumstance that you're faced, your subconscious and your conscious mind automatically delivers those experiences, automatically encourages you. When someone says something negative to you, when a circumstance happens that's negative for you and you find your emotions getting in the way and you get a little depressed, immediately your subconscious will bring to remembrance the things that God has done for you and keep an evolution of constant encouragement going in your life. When we think about the milestones of why people, I heard you talk earlier in a segment about depression.
Sure.
And a lot of it's self-imposed. So what I want to talk about as I talk about encouraging yourself in the Lord, and that is that you can and you must transform your world from wherever you are. So what I want you to do is I want you to repeat this after me wherever you are. If you're in the car, if you're in your living room, if you're taking a break from your job, I want you to repeat this. I want you to repeat this because before I give you the golden nugget that will transform your world forever, I want to give you this premise, this basis on which your mind operates. You see, what's so beautiful about the ability to transform your life is that your subconscious does not distinguish between lie and truth. Whatever you say, that's what your subconscious has a fiduciary responsibility to bring to pass. Some people have a tenacity of being clumsy and being and are addicted on failure. In fact, on that note, before I give you the golden nugget, there are only two real addictions: addicted to success and addiction to failure. So I'm going to help you become addicted to success and create action steps that will allow you to be successful in everything you do. See, I never fail at anything. I never fail. Society has given a title called failure to something that doesn't work out right. But because of my foundation, all things work together for those that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So I don't accept failure as a label, and I don't want you to any longer accept failure as a label for you. Sure. But what I do want to elaborate on is that I want you to do a little self-homework assignment, and that is to Google the power of the subconscious, and does the subconscious distinguish between lie and truth? So some people say to themselves, I'm so clumsy. So now the subconscious has a fiduciary responsibility. It does not distinguish between lie or truth. So it has to create circumstances for you to wreck your car, you to kick your ankle, for you to knock something off a table, and you think it's by happen chance. But your subconscious is causing that to happen for you because you have said it. And when you look at the premises of where God is, God says the power of life and death is in your mouth. Sure. So I decree and declare this day, I want you to make this confession, that this is my season, this is my time, and I'm in a zone. James, say that with me. This is my season, this is my time, and I'm in a zone. Now, what you've just done is activated your subconscious. Your subconscious now has a fiduciary responsibility to go, this is my season, this is my time, and I'm in a zone. What does that mean, James? This is my season for things to start happening right for me. Now things are happening right in my life. This is my time. Everything is starting to happen in my life at the right time.
Right.
This is my season. This is my time. I'm in a zone. I'm saying the right things. I'm doing the right things. I'm taking care of my body. In fact, Pure Transformation is the name of my company, and you can reach me at michaeldiamond.com. You can send me an email or go to my website, and that's michaeldiamond.com. That's www.michaeldiamond.com, and that's diamond with a Y. Now, when you just visit my website, I'm going to give you the 7 steps on how to bounce back and finish strong in business and in life. Quickly, James, I lost 5 houses, $2 million, 3 corporate offices for real estate, and I'm a professional at bouncing back and finishing strong.
Sure.
So in that document, when you visit my website, I'm going to send you free. I'm going to send you just to plant seed in your life on the 7 steps on how to bounce back and finish strong. But I want to just touch on this before we wrap about the action steps on transforming your world.
Yes.
When I talked about this is my season, this is my time, and I'm in a zone.
Sure.
Our mind is developed by memorization. We are who we are from a process of memorization and a process of exposure. If you were born, James,
Yes.
In San Francisco, California,
Okay.
and 2 months later, they brought you to Yugoslavia, which language do you think you would speak? You think you would speak English, or which language do you think you would speak?
After just being born?
After just being born.
I think my mind would develop both languages.
Probably your mind would develop the language that in which you were exposed to.
Okay, yeah.
So
Exactly.
you probably would not speak English initially because you weren't exposed to English. So if you were brought from San Francisco and brought across the border to Tijuana and everyone around you spoke Spanish, you would probably speak Spanish.
Sure.
Okay, because that's what
Okay.
you're exposed to. So without even knowing it, you are a compilation, you are a composition of what you've been exposed to. Your parents may not have had strong financial experiences. Your parents may not have spoke confidence. They may not have spoke a lot of success. They may not have managed money well. You may not have been exposed to some of the things that you're now aspiring to. So now why so many people shoot themselves in the foot and can never shatter through their glass ceiling, reach in the lion's mouth, and
Sure.
take what belongs to them is because they've never reprogrammed their mind. Like, Scripture talks about renewing of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Renewing of your mind is not just on biblical, but renewing of your mind is a process of everything you've experienced.
Mm-hmm.
So what I teach with my experience here is one of the pieces of work that I would encourage you heavily on investing in. And we invest in we invest in McDonald's, we invest in Burger King, we invest in entertainment, we invest in going out, and I would recommend you invest in the development of your mind. This work, I've been the #1 top producer in 3 multi-million-dollar corporations, James. Mm-hmm. I've been the #1 top producer in 2 multi-billion-dollar corporations.
Whoa.
I teach business infrastructure, I teach personal development, I teach how to create infrastructure in your business. This piece of work here is a compilation of 30 years of hard work. And I come from humble beginnings, very humble beginnings. This work right here is The Invisible Belongs to You.
Sure.
It is a 7 action steps to teach you how to take your ideas and your concept and bring them to reality. Now, if you think about your local mall, you think about your local universities, all of them were a single thought in someone's mind that began to collaborate with other successful people that knew this secret that I'm telling you right here, how to take your ideas to manifestation. This television show is a process of The Invisible Belongs to You. It was a simple thought in someone's mind that collaborated that brought it to manifestation. So you have a situation and a vision and a dream. The question is, do you know how to bring it to manifestation?
Right.
This will teach you how to bring it to manifestation.
Right.
This piece of work I have here, believe in your dream. Believing in your dream is a mantra. Most people have a dream, but they don't know how to feed it, James.
Sure.
A dream is Jack and the Beanstalk. A dream is a seed. Everything produces after itself. We have seeds in our mind that need to be nurtured and watered to bring to total fruition. This work here will teach you. I did this piece of work in South San Francisco on a Tom Hopkins platform in front of maybe 3,000 screaming, left them screaming on the material here on the hold on to your dream. It teaches you how to water your dream, bring your dream to manifestation, how to cultivate it, talks about the 9 levels of manifestation, and how to take your dream over the top and succeed at everything you do. This piece of work is what's holding you back. It will reveal to you what's going on in your conscious and your subconscious mind that's holding you back. We all have mental drivers that are holding us back, James. And what it talks about is a multiplicity of concepts on how to break out of your glass ceiling. You know, quickly they talk about flea training. Have you ever heard of flea training, James? It's a true scientific fact. What they do is they take fleas. If you know fleas, they can jump off a dog.
I thought you said fleet.
Fleas. I apologize for the pronunciation, but fleas.
Okay.
Fleas can jump from here across the room, but they do a thing called flea training. They put them in a glass, they put a ceiling over them, and the fleas hit the ceiling, and then after about a week they can take the ceiling off the glass and the fleas will not jump out of the glass.
Wow.
And that's where most people are. They've hit their glass ceiling, and now they don't know how to shatter through their glass ceiling. What's holding you back will actually teach you how to shatter through your glass ceiling, how to accomplish those dreams and those aspirations that you have, and give you a successful roadmap, a proven roadmap to shatter through your glass ceiling and achieve it. And this last piece of work that I have, I've just delivered some other work, but this right here is time to play a bigger game. Let me tell you something. It's time for you to play a bigger game. Right. You need to go to michaeldiamond.com. That's DYAMONDMICHAEL. Michael, I am the Archangel, because I will come to war with you. I'm telling you. This work right here. Now you can reach me. You can reach me at Get Motivated at michaeldiamond.com, or go to my website and purchase my material, or actually get from our website the free material that I mentioned to you, which is a compilation of 20 years. Again, after the real estate market collapsed, we saw 30 multi-million and billion-dollar corporations shut their door. We watched Countrywide shut their doors. They had 66,648 employees that were fired. Bank of America made the acquisition only to acquire a dog with a different set of fleas. But this will teach you on how to play a bigger game in every area of your life.
Wow.
Now, James, I raised 4 children by myself.
Okay.
My baby is 32 years old.
Whoa.
My oldest son is 38. So I understand challenges, I understand adversity, and in my work will give you the action steps to take you from where you are to where you want to be. Now let me ask you, isn't it time for you to play a bigger game? Isn't it time for you to learn how to shine? Every successful person that you know has a life coach. Where is yours? Who is your life coach? I'm Michael Diamond. I'm guaranteed to make you shine. Now I want to leave you with this. Everywhere you are is because you said it. You see it. James, say this with me. See it, say it, believe it, receive it. Say it again. See it, say it, believe it, receive it. See it, say it, believe it, receive it. See it, say it, believe it, receive it. Everywhere you are in your life, you saw it. And then you began to say it.
Sure.
And once you began to say it, it began to manifest, and you began to believe it. And then it came to manifestation. So if you're in failure and you're not where you want it to be, if you want your business to blossom, if you want your life to turn the corner that you want it to and to shatter through your glass ceiling, I'm going to teach you in It's Time to Play a Bigger Game, the action steps, the words of the successful, to teach you how to blossom, how to become that rose garden that you desire, to have the fragrance in life that you want.
Awesome.
So I just want to say to you that are sitting there or listening to me, you can live your dream. You can see it, say it, believe it, receive it. You can shatter through your glass ceiling. You can play a bigger game. Right. My name is Michael Diamond, and I'm telling you, it's time to play a bigger game.
How much do these tapes cost? How can we get them?
Well, I condensed the price so I could make it completely affordable. I condensed 30 to 40 years of experience down to $19.95. They originally sold for $79.99. I've reduced them to $19.95 just so that you can invest in yourself. But this material you can listen to over and over and over again, and it has a money-back guarantee.
And we can get that on your website?
You can get this on my website. And if you call and get a special from me, if you call my 800 number, I'll give you a special on all 3 of the series, What's Holding You Back, which will reveal everything that you need to know to transcend your world, shatter through your glass ceiling, and start playing a Fortune 500 game. Believing in your dream, the action steps that will teach you on how to get to where you're looking for. Call me on my 800 number at 800-467-0394. That's 800-467-0394. Call my direct office. My executive secretary will accept your call and let her know. And if someone doesn't answer, please leave your name, your information, your contact information, your time of calling, and we will send you for free. Now, this is a $299 offer that I'm giving, James.
Sure.
So you want to act fast. You want to invest in yourself. I'm going to give you the 7 steps on how to bounce back and finish strong in your life.
All right, everybody, get that information. Wasn't that awesome? Look here, there's one thing I want to say as we're closing today. Go to his website. Check that out. I mean, if you can't get out of the starting blocks, if something is stopping you from getting out of the starting block, here's something that'll push you over and get you to moving. The thing Albert Einstein say, nothing happens until something moves. Now, let me tell you something. If you take an apple, okay, and you cut the apple in half, it's easy to determine how many seeds is in that apple, right? You look at somebody, decide to say this is who they are. You count how many apples are in there, how many seeds are in that particular apple. But let me ask you this question. Who among you know how many apples is in one seed? That person can be turned around just by these tapes. You say he can't do it, they can't do it, this is not him, this is not her. Michael just said this is open to everybody. Who knows how many apples is in just that one seed? And let me tell you one thing as we close today. President Lincoln said this. He said that I've been driven to my knees many times just by the overwhelming conviction I had no place else to go. If you don't know how to get this stuff right here, talk to Christ. Talk to him. Go to your knees and then get on the phone and buy Michael's stuff. And I tell you what, I'm glad y'all showed up today. This was a blessing. God wanted you here. I'll see you next time. Love, peace, and hair grease.